What's going on, guys? It's your boy Haiguh back with another Anthem video. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the new universal components that was just added with the recent patch version 104. There was a bunch of them added for weapons, but the one we're looking at today is related to the good old melee. But before we get directly into the video, I do want to say a few things. First off, I apologize for the delay in the videos. In the past few weeks, I was very sick, I was working a lot, and I also found out that I'm moving soon, so I've been dealing with a bunch of stuff. But I also have another video I'm working on that takes quite some time, but hopefully that'll be up soon. I also want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. We just hit 1,800 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for hitting that button. I really appreciate it. All the likes, comments, it just means so much, so thank you so much. Anyways, enough with the nonsense, let's get into the video. So the component we're looking at today is called Bloodlust. It's a Masterwork Plus universal component that gives 30% additional melee damage, which is cool. However, the perk on it is what's even more crazy. It states, increases melee damage by 75% for 10 seconds when killing an enemy by using melee. Now let me go ahead and break this really down for you guys. I'm not sure if the component is bugged or if this is a typo. Either way, this doesn't work as intended. I tested this out on 4 kinds of enemies, and all the tests were done on GM3. I tested on scars, scorpions, and Resours, which are those big crab alien things, and those big blue rhino looking things. They don't really have names. Like, they do have names, but I forgot them. Anyways, I got the same numbers on all of them. Now I do want you to keep in mind that I don't have the legendary version of this component yet. So with max item level and this one Masterwork component equipped, I'm sitting at 774 item level. That's important because item level does affect your melee damage. Now let's get into the numbers. Without Bloodlust, at 774 item level, I do 37,000 standing melee damage. Not moving, just a regular melee slam the floor, that's 37,000 damage. And when I do a jumping melee, I do 47,000 damage. This is of course without grand entrance. I do have some additional javelin damage here and there on my gear, but nothing insane. So if anything, imagine numbers a little bit below what I'm talking about if you have no javelin damage at all. Now the first perk on Bloodlust says it increases melee damage by 30% of base. Now I'm not sure if we have a melee damage stat that we can't see and Bloodlust increases that number by 30%, or if it's to the base melee damage that we deal. But regardless, we should still show an increase of 30%, right? Well, not in this case. The standing melee does 37,000 damage, plus 30% would be 48,000 damage. My jumping melee does 47,000 damage. If you add 30%, that would be 61,000 damage. But these aren't the numbers that I got when I had Bloodlust equipped. Now my Bloodlust also rolled a 4% increase in melee damage, so that would help a little bit, but I'm not going to focus on that too much because we're still short on the numbers. When my Bloodlust is equipped, I do 44,000 standing and 54,000 jumping, which compared to our previous numbers is an increase of around 20%, not 30%, but it's not that significant of a difference. It gets weirder. When the buff on Bloodlust is active, I'm supposed to go up 75% melee damage, period. So if that's the rule, then that should mean my 44,000 standing should go to 77,000. My 54,000 jumping should go to a whopping 94.5 thousand. That's a lot of damage, but the numbers I actually got were only an increase of around 35%. When the buff was active. My 44,000 standing went to 59,000 and my 54,000 jumping went to 69,000. I know I explained a lot and hopefully that all made sense, but the next question that comes up is if it's worth it as opposed to being at 788 item level without Bloodlust. Even though it's broken, yes, I think it's still worth dropping to 774. At 788, I was doing 42,000 standing melee damage and 54,000 jumping, which is around the same damage as with Bloodlust. However, you also get that buff, which can allow you to go up about 15,000 damage when you have the component equipped. And assuming they fix this to actually do the 75%, you'll be doing a lot more than 15,000 additional damage. Unfortunately, Bloodlust is very broken at the moment. Whether it was a typo or if it was the wrong numbers calculated, regardless, it's off. But in my opinion, it's still worth it. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, a like would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos in the future. If you'd like to play or chat with me live, feel free to check me out on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/Haiguh. Link will be in the description. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Haiguh, and I will see you guys in the next video.